Hello, my little ice cubes, and welcome. It is I, your big Oni sis, Calla Nevermelt, with yet another episode of Digimon Beatbreak, episode 10. And ladies and gentlemen, Gekomon still has not evolved. I I do wonder, when are we ever going to get that evolution? Would it be next week, or because I know Gekomon. I've seen Twitter Digimon fans and whatnot, and apparently this is the longest it has ever taken the main character's Digimon to evolve. So congratulations, Gekomon! You're taking your sweet dandy time, and I hope to God whenever we get the moment Gekomon evolves, it's gonna be cool. I hope his, champion evolution is cool as hell, but yet we do, speaking of, cool evolutions, we do at least get one champion. But before I get into that, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and here on YouTube as well as Twitch. And also, I will be doing my live streams of playthroughs on like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and we'll take it from there. Anyway. So this episode, 10 out of 10. I loved it. We got a lot of mystery. We got a lot of world building. Basically, we got some great character development. And I gotta say, this. I know I keep saying this episode is my favorite, but this episode deserves to be loved. Now, granted, sadly, we don't have the backstory of Chirpmon or crap, what's the dude's name? Koinji. I mean, that's how you say the dude's name. Sadly, we do not have his backstory. However, though, we at least get to see a little bit more, information on the characters, who basically attacked last week. But anywho, so, Chirpmon use Condensed Echo, which is a very powerful attack. This isn't like Paralyzed Echo, that's more so just, paralyzed, in case that wasn't obvious. And it turns out that the reason why, Konji, again, I hope I'm saying that name correctly, the reason why he doesn't use that attack is simply because, well, that takes a lot out of him. He doesn't have the E-pulse, the mojo to really feed Chirpmon in order for him to really, deliver those powerful, an attack this powerful. And again, it's things like this where I do have to question. So, what happens here? In order for, say, a champion, not a champion, but the ultimate to use a super strong, powerful attack, how much E-pulse does that take? Does the size clearly, matters, but I digress. So, again, Chirpmon uses, this Condensed Echo, which is a powerful attack that sends, I forgot the Digimon's name, but Gekomon and the other one, back, to which, of course, Horiko and her great, amazing father, and I use that sarcastically, mind you, decide to, skedaddle and, well, basically take Chirpmon with them. Now, one thing I do want to throw out there, I absolutely 100%, if I had to pick a favorite character that isn't, Tomoro or any of the other obvious characters, I would have to say my favorite by far is obvious Kyo. This dude is taking absolutely no bullshit and is basically delivering the smoke to this guy, basically the guy who's in, getting, questions. Again, there's no bullshit with him, and I loved this scene. Getting the information that they need, and it turns out that there's some shadiness going on, where the father, again, the father of the year, is starting Digimon, and well, basically, it's a secret organization doing your typical organization nonsense. And we then cut back to, of course, with the other cast trying to figure out, what the hell the guys went. And again, like I said, we find out that Chirpmon as well as Konji are not as strong as they could be, and Konji really, really feels down in the dumps about it, due to again his e-pulse is not as strong as everyone else's. And I gotta wonder though, when it comes to the e-pulse, like it doesn't matter, who you are. How does one kind of get their e-pulse to become much stronger? But as we continue onward, we find out that again Kyo basically just smokes a bunch of assholes, and also we then get a flashback of the character Hiroko and her mother. Again, kind of getting, basically a backstory of why she is the way she is. Again, her father is an absolute A-class dad, totally not a complete, total shit stain. And we find out that basically he's been always obsessed with money. Also, this is kind of when we also get to see Shademon. Again, I do love, this, backstory, as well as how, she got Shademon. Again, kind of sympathetic, backstory. She clearly has more of a, oh crap, sorry, mouth, dry. But anyway, so basically, she clearly has like this, like dual personality thing going on. And again, we see that her father, again, starring, Digimon. Also, Chirpmon doesn't want to, feed on her e-pulse, due to, we find out later, it's simply because, well, Chirpmon isn't her partner, and that it is actually Konji's, partner, and so only Chirpmon will feed off of his. However, again, the dad doesn't really give two shits and wants to sell Chirpmon for his own, bullshit reasons. And we then get this mysterious organization, again, the ones who he's, starting, Digimon 2, and again, Kyo, being the absolute GOAT, comes in with Kugamon, basically, blasting. We get this mysterious, woman. Now, the thing is this woman from the intro, or is this another, character that was part of the 5 stars, I believe they are called? But, everyone's basically, holding, Glocks and shit. Then Gekkomon and Wolvermon come in, basically deliver some smoke, and then, of course, Shademon possesses Wolvermon, as well as Gekkomon, and we get, again, this, cool, awesome scene. And yet, Hiroko is still trying to get, Chirpmon to feed off of her, only for Konji to come in and be like, hey, listen, that's not gonna, work due to, well, basically that's my, Digimon, not yours. And again, the world-class dad comes in, takes, Chirpmon, and then shit really starts to hit the fan, as we see the father basically not really giving two shits about the daughter, saying that she's just a waste of space. He never really loved her. He was more just basically there for his own gain. And we also get to find out a little bit more of the, when your Digimon is summoned. Basically, it's a reflection of your own personality, which is something that I recall has been in Digimon for like the longest time. But it turns out that Shademon is just a reflection of, Hiroko. And even so, she's basically distraught. Shademon, goes in for the attack, sends him basically this, Itachi Genjutsu, nightmare ram, where he's, falling, down to his doom. And then she breaks down, and we get this cool ass metal as fuck scene. Her design looks absolutely amazing. And she's basically lost her shit. So she's hitting the fan. They go into the mirror world where they have this, epic, again, battle. And as they are, we then finally get the scene, and again, it sucks that Gekomon, who's supposed to be the main protagonist, Digimon, still hasn't evolved, but Chirpmon does, and he evolves into Night Chirpmon, which I gotta say, the design looks absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. I love the arm blades. I just love the design. It looks badass as hell. And basically he's able to, get Wolvermon, Gekomon out of the, trance that Shademon sent. And so, again, the battle continues, and we have Shademon's, basically about to attack only to, hold himself back and getting them to have the, a bit of the opening to, save the day, of course. And I, again, love this moment. I love this scene because she finally, Haruko finally realizes that, hey, being a little shit stain isn't, good, and she kind of comes around hugging Shademon. And then we get my another favorite scene of mine, where Hio, again, the goat, beats the shit out of, the father for, again, being a piece of shit. One is for his daughter, and the other is for his family, and I, again, just love that scene. But, of course, the bad guy, woman, team girl, we don't know the, name, of course, leaves, and, again, I wonder if she was from the, intro. But Haruko doesn't join the, cleaners sadly. Instead, she goes to live with her mother, thanks to, again, basically they at least kept contact. And I love the scene. It's just absolutely beautiful. This episode was absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. We get to see a cool new Digimon evolution. Sadly, it's not Gekomon, who, again, if you're gonna wait for this long, it better be cool as hell, like Greymon at least cool, because, dear God, this is episode 10. But anywho, so, that was episode 10 of Digimon. Next episode looks like it's gonna be just as epic as hell. I know I keep using that word a lot, but anywho, so please again like, subscribe, follow me on, Twitter and everything. And until next time, my little ice cubes, bye!